Hello, everybody. Welcome to the month of July, and welcome to another episode of Mike and Ike at the movies.
Come with me if you want to live.
Oh my God.
No? Not gonna come? No?
No. Sit down and shut up. All right, so Ike, we're in the month of July, and the first film of this amazing month was
Terminator Genisys.
Yeah. Let's hope there's not an Exodus, but there probably will be.
That would be kind of funny, actually, if they just went through all of the Bibles. So basically, this movie is about John Connor, typical of the Terminator series, the leader of the rebellion against the robots in this post-apocalyptic world. And in this storyline, it's a different storyline than we've seen before. The timeline's kind of been messed with a little bit, but the concept is still kind of there. It's John Connor is trying to save the world, and a Terminator gets sent back to kill his mom. Kyle Reese goes back to try to save thus mom, and Arnold shows up to save the day.
Let me say something. When this movie started...
Say something, Mike.
When this movie started, I was very excited. The first act, I was having a lot of fun with. I am a big fan of the original 1984 film. In fact, my favorite Terminator is the original.
Right.
Everyone loves Part 2. Everyone worships it as like the greatest sci-fi action film of the planet. Okay, they can all jump on this James Cameron bandwagon. I don't care. Go ahead. Yes, he's a better filmmaker than Michael Bay. And I love how the first 20 to 30 minutes of this film gave a lot of nods to the original. Some of the same shots when Kyle Reese comes back. Okay, I'll accept Jay Courtney as Michael Biehn, whatever. Is he as good of an actor? Of course not, but it's fine. I'll forgive it. But it was fun seeing all those great little nods come into play. You can tell this director loved the original film. You can tell that he was having fun with all these original little set pieces that they got to come back and recreate all these years later.
Yeah.
That was fun. And then things took a turn. And I no.
Well, yes. What took a turn? What was it?
My God, how confusing does this movie trying to be? Of all these different parallels and all these different timelines. Oh, wait, there's another reality that I was never present for. But now that John Connor spoiler alert, John Connor was attacked just as he's about to send me, attacked by Skynet itself. My God, that was stupid. Yeah, Skynet itself is an entity that comes and attacks him, and then he becomes this hybrid, I'm not human or Terminator, I'm both. Oh, gracious, there's so many villains in this thing. You get a new T-1000, you get old evil Terminator, which is a CGI young Arnold, you get an evil John Connor, you get, what else? And then Skynet itself, played by the guy who's the old Doctor Who. Oh, I'm so done. How many times are we going to watch the Golden Gate Bridge get destroyed in films? You know? Did I just not see it get hit by a tsunami just a few months ago in San Andreas? Did Godzilla just not walk right through it last year in Godzilla or whatever that was? I'm sorry. That helicopter sequence of the chase, that is the most boring, uninteresting sequence I have ever seen in an action film. All these action pieces just get thrown on all together, and it's just a big yawn. It's a giant yawn. Act 2 and Act 3 fell to pieces for me. But I guess you liked it, didn't you?
I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Here's the thing. I didn't go into it with any kind of high hopes at all. I went into it being a fan of the franchise. I like number 2. I actually am a big fan of Terminator Salvation, which a lot of people don't like that movie either. Oh, but I really like Terminator Salvation. It's kind of its own standalone film, really, from the franchise, specifically because there's a little nod to Arnold at the end, but there's really no Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's no time travel in that movie. It's purely a post-apocalyptic mayhem of men versus robots, which I enjoy that a lot. This is going back to the kind of time travel roots. But the thing is about all of the big action sequences, again, you're more of a fan of the first one. I come from the group that's probably more of a fan of the second one, which this fits a lot more into the second one's category. It's more of a chase movie in regards to cars and motorcycles and helicopters and everything that you get from Terminator 2.
The first one is nothing but a chase movie. The first one's more of a chase movie than the second one. All these Terminator movies are chase movies, but the first one is the ultimate.
Yeah, but like the
action
action
being
chase
chased
movie,
relentlessly.
the action chase movie. You come from the monster movie, like the Terminator. The first Terminator
I love
is
the
Jaws.
horror of the first one.
It's Jaws. Like the first one is Jaws as Arnold Schwarzenegger playing the shark.
Yes,
a robotic man shark. Like that's basically what the first one is. And then from then on out, you get more of the blockbuster action movies. Even Terminator 2 is way more of a summer blockbuster action film.
Correct.
Than it is from the first movie. They're really two different movies.
Thank you. How many times are we going to see movies where, oh my God, we'll defeat the enemy if we get this thing blown up before this clock stops ticking? 5, 4, 3. Oh, and we stopped it just in the nick of time with a few seconds left. I've never seen that before. My goodness, I was on the edge of my seat.
What do you expect when you go to a summer
writers
blockbuster?
actually write something better than something I've ever seen before. It can happen.
It's not going to happen.
Absolutely can happen.
It's not going to happen.
I'm glad you talked about Jay Courtney and Emilia Clarke. Yes, they had no chemistry whatsoever. They were moaning and pissing the entire time at each other. I'm sorry, you know what, Emilia Clarke, yes, I believe you as Khaleesi, Mother of Dragons. You are not the mother of this evil cyborg. I didn't buy it, okay? No. Okay? I didn't know. The only person I buy is Schwarzenegger. He's having fun in this movie, okay?
Well, it's the role that he was born for. I mean, what else is he going to do? I mean, he fits the part of Terminator. No emotion, and when he shows it, it's cheesy because he's a robot, and it's perfect. But for me, a summer blockbuster, I enjoyed this. This is what you get from most of the Marvel movies. This is what you get. Like, this is a summer blockbuster. Now, it was weak in areas. It was not my favorite summer blockbuster. It's not my favorite of the Terminator franchise. I still think that people should go enjoy it in theaters. I think that if you're going to see it once in theaters, see the explosions, get the surround sound, enjoy the soundtrack, and then don't buy it. Like, it's not a buy movie at all for me. I didn't love it so much that I think that it's the best Terminator movie, but I had fun. By the end of it was like, that was fun.
I'll give it this. For one, I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole with you. I'm shocked you actually enjoyed Terminator Salvation. This movie is better than Terminator Salvation to me, but that's not saying a lot. And it is better than Terminator 3. This is probably the third best Terminator film, but once again, that's not saying a lot because, you know, there are 5 Terminator films now. There really only need to be 2. Part 1 and Part 2, the end. Why they keep going, I don't know. On a good day, this movie gets a 5 out of 10 for me, but the more and more I think about it, I get more and more frustrated with it. Maybe right now I'm giving it a 4. I walked out of the theater 6 hours after I got out of the theater. I'm like, I don't even remember half of what I watched because it was so forgettable.
It's not that bad. I would give it a 7. I almost pushed it towards a 6 because of the characters. To be honest, this is the second movie this summer or summer-ish, since July is the beginning of the summer. But for me, this is the second movie this year that I would say see it once in theaters. It's a one and done for me. Pixar's In and Out was Inside Out. Pixar's Inside Out was the other movie for me.
You wanted to be in and out with that movie. You're like, I didn't in and out.
I think that it's a one and done. I think that if you're looking for a fun summer blockbuster right now that are in theaters still. If you've already seen Jurassic World, obviously that would be the first choice. And then other than that, I would say Terminator Genisys is a good 4th of July weekend film to go see in theaters over most other things right now in theaters.
I'm getting mad. I don't want to ruin my weekend talking about this movie anymore.
Sorry, dude. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
Anyways, we want to know what you thought of this piece. And comment below, let us know. Subscribe to our page on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Guys, try and enjoy your week, unlike me. We'll see you soon.
We'll be back.
Shut up.
No? We'll be back. We will be back next week.
That's true. Maybe.
We need to be more entertaining though, Mike. So I've been watching a lot of our episodes, and we need to be a little bit more entertaining. Hopefully.
Yeah, this will be
Am I gonna have to bleep stuff out?
No, I'm not gonna have. I'll be back. Yeah, more like please don't ever come back again.
That's all you wanted to say?
And then I was just gonna boom right into it.